Hey boys and girls, welcome back. My name is Zelkenon, and this is Osiris, and this is a Smite Super Builds. So he was, requested the day of launch, which is today of the recording, for a super build. I was planning on Omega 1 during the public test server, but for one, you cannot, you can't be in the jungle. You can only do like Joust 1v1 against a robot, so that would have been a little bit difficult. And as I suspected, he did get nerfed since the public test server and his announcement. I will post the new patch notes in the description below of his new stats. And then I may even just put the original just so you can kind of compare. So, or you can listen to me and I'll tell you. So basically, just in short, they did nerf his ulti. It used to be 700 at the latest, and 100% of his physical power. It got reduced to 620 and 80%. So he got nerfed by 20% on the the damage, and then another 80 points from the actual number. Also, instead of his 3 being a 2-second stun, it is now a 1.4-second stun, and I believe that is it for the nerf. But that's still quite a bit. But as far as that, it's not too bad. I tend to be building him more like a tank, but since he is a warrior, in this video I'm going to make a bruiser build, since he is a warrior. I can do a strictly damage build if you want, and I can also do a pure tank damage, pure tank build if you want. I'm fine with making those two. I might as well just do a damage build here in a bit. So, this is the bruiser build. So, let's get on. As far as actives, you can kind of, what's cool about Osiris, you can kind of mix and match what you want to do and who you're fighting against and what game mode and whatnot. I've seen Blink used quite a bit already, so of course this would be more for like a bruiser slash tank, is to get greater blink in and use your 3, or go in with the blink, use your 1 on somebody, slows them down, and you can use your 3 or vice versa, whatever you want to do, but mainly it's blink into 3, slows everybody down. Sorry, doesn't slow them down, tethers them. You get the benefits of your tether, and then eventually it will stun them, and then from there and all between all that action, you can use your 1 and 2 combo to damage a single target down, or you can target many people down with your 2 and also try to land your ulti. Personally, I know I am new to Osiris, but it is kind of difficult to land your ulti. The main thing is trying to slow somebody down or stun them, and then it's a lot easier to ulti him. But yeah, that's just one thing that I'm having trouble with, but with time you will get better at that. Also, if you really wanted to combo with your tether, you can get a Feebling Curse. Not too bad of a combo there. Or you can weaken a curse if you're fighting high HP 5 gods, meaning health regeneration gods, and or healers. So you can do that. As for that, and items. So I'm going to go with the Warrior Tabby. Whether if it's tank build or DPS build or bruiser, I always use Warrior Tabby for Osiris. Just warriors in general. Moving on to Height of the Urchin. I've seen this picked up quite a few times. I've been picking up this myself as my second item. Just to kind of generate protection and just be more of a bruiser earlier. And with the passive, those stacks do help quite a bit. And it always helps, getting stack items early on. Never get stack items mid to late game. Mid game maybe, kind of depends on the game mode. But late game, never get stacks. It's not really worth it. Then we're going to go with Shifter Shield. This is it's kind of pricey. I think it's about like 2,800 or so, or 2,700. It's a good item, mainly for the bruisers. Maybe because it gives you that much, like a lot of power, 60 power as long as you're above 50% threshold. And of course, if you drop down, you get bonus protection. So that serves as a good bruiser item. Shin size. This is always great to have on Osiris since he has quite the ridiculous attack speed. And also his passive sort of hit regression. With this item alone, it's a lot of damage for Osiris in a bruiser build. Really good, mainly because of that passive. Mystical Mail. This also helps your overall DPS and makes you more tanky. So between the Shin size, extra damage, and the Mystical Mail extra damage, that kind of makes you more of a more damage dealer, and at the same time being tanky with the Mystical Mail effect of the 60 protection and HP. One thing to notice, I have to check, I don't think they fixed this or not, or increased it, but his passive scaling on his HP is the lowest out of all warriors. He starts at like 401 or so health, and he only gets plus 80 HP per level. That is extremely low. I think he has also like the lowest defense. Also, so those kind of things make it a little bit more difficult for him to be tanky. But with his 3, with a damage reduction, it does help him out quite a bit. Finally, Runic Shield for the extra magical protection and more power. HP 5 always good to have for more sustain. And the passive, since you're going to be in the front lines, you get a lot of use out of this passive, getting you more magical protection based on getting hit by an ability. So overall, we have 2500 health, 140 attack, 195 physical defense, 168 magical defense, and 1.6 attack speed. As you can see there, that's not too bad of numbers as far as being a bruiser. Go ahead, pick this up. Now, if you're going for like a more damage build, which I may just make a full separate video, but in the meantime, as far as actives, since he doesn't have any good escapes, I'll probably most likely get sprint and purification beads. That's the typical way to go as a hunter, but most hunters have escapes. Osiris sadly doesn't, so it's a little bit more difficult to go a pure damage route with him. And if you are, you definitely may want to have a tank nearby to help you out there. So we're going to go to Raw Bot, which is right above. This is up to 174 attack power. And try not to make this video too long. Make our lovely way over here. So is Osiris OP? No, not really. He's mediocre. He's alright. But what's really cool is I got to do this myself when I was playing Osiris. The enemy team had Odin. He could never trap me in. I bought Combat Blink just in case, but honestly I forgot about I can walk through blocks like that, and it's just so funny walking through Odin's ulti like nothing. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for the video. Hope this helps you guys out. Please feel free to request any build you want in the description below, or any other videos you would like to see, gameplay or whatever you want. I'll check that out. So, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Peace.